Representative Tovar is hopeful that the community will get involved. In Arizona o en Mexico, Camila's Health Center ayuda a la gente en cualquier situación. Here at Kanab North Mine, there are piles of uranium waste that have been sitting out for 20 years. And we have to wear these protective masks so that we don't breathe in the uranium dust that's been blowing around to the surrounding areas. Governor Brewer said the U.S. government has failed to protect Arizona's borders. Even after a couple of hours, 17 fire trucks and water pouring out of the front doors, this fire still seems to be going strong. But he also makes this commute daily across the border, helping those in Mexico. They may end up behind bars, but it's the cities who are going to have to pay a higher price. Arizona has cut down on drunk driving deaths by 42%. Live in the newsroom, I'm Ellie Cano, Cronkite News. We traveled down to the border town of San Luis, which is near Yuma in the southwest corner of Arizona. What we found is a great need for medical services on both the Arizona and Mexico side. There was one doctor who was answering the call.
There's a big cyst on his brain, big.
Dr. Rudy Valenzuela has seen this problem many times, a serious illness that could have been detected years ago in a routine screening.
We take care of people with who have no insurance or access to health care.
Dr. Valenzuela's Camila's Health Center in San Luis, Arizona, treats the truly indigent.
Not only does Dr. Valenzuela help the uninsured residents of San Luis, Arizona, but he also makes this commute daily across the border, helping those in Mexico.
The average cost of a medical visit in Mexico is about between 300 pesos and 500 pesos. We provide the services for 30 pesos, which is the equivalent of about $2.50.
Dr. Valenzuela, a general practitioner, does this because he answers to a higher authority. He's also a Roman Catholic priest.
We provide services in a Christian way because we're a faith-based organization. So we do not deny care to anyone regardless of their ability to pay or not pay.
And for his patients, the combination of faith and healing is a welcome one.
He's attending your illness, but at the same time, he's spending of your soul.
So Dr. Valenzuela gets in his car every day, making the journey from one side of the border to the other, tending to his flock and his patients.
Dr. Valenzuela says the biggest challenge is getting funding to keep the clinic open. Right now it survives with the little money that patients can pay and donations from people and communities on both sides of the border. I'm Ellie Cano, Cronkite News. That's right, Sierra. In 2009, Denison Mines reopened the Arizona 1 mine, and now they're in the process of reopening the Pine Nut mine. Both are in Fredonia. Now we got a closer look at another uranium mine that might be next on the company's list.
Uranium has and does kill people.
We made the trip up to Fredonia, Arizona, near the Utah border, where Taylor McKinnon took us to the front line of his fight against uranium mining.
The amount of uranium in the soil around this mine is about 10 times what you would expect at this site had it not been mined.
McKinnon is from the Center of Biological Diversity, and he gave us a tour of the Kanab North Mine, which was operated by Denison Mines until the mid-90s.
The uranium market fell apart, and as a result, the company that was operating it put the mine on standby and basically walked away.
Here at Kanab North Mine, there are piles of uranium waste that have been sitting out for 20 years. And we have to wear these protective masks so that we don't breathe in the uranium dust that's been blowing around to the surrounding areas.
In the 1980s, the uranium mining business was booming in northern Arizona, near the Grand Canyon, because the price of uranium was high. But when the 90s hit, that price started to drop.
The price bottom really dropped out to the point that I think it was like, say, 1994. They basically shut all those mines down.
But today, prices are climbing, which means Arizona's mining industry is growing again. Energy engineer Professor Keith Holbert believes nearby towns like Fredonia will see a huge benefit as old mines reopen.
I think it's a positive thing for them. I'm sure that they're glad to get the jobs back.
A prospect Fredonia residents like Eddie King would welcome.
I really think it helps our economy.
But the economic impact isn't enough to convince environmentalists like McKinnon, who are convinced health risks outweigh any argument to begin digging again. Now, Denison Mines has the okay from the Bureau of Land Management to reopen the Kanab North mine. Denison Mines declined an interview with us, but according to the BLM, the company's thinking about it. Live in downtown Phoenix, Ellie Cano, Cronkite News.
Este nuevo servicio se llama Med2Go y lo que está haciendo es dar servicio médico a un costo bajo para los pacientes.
Hayla Gibb aún tiene recuerdos de su último viaje a México, pero este viaje al hospital lo planeó ella.
Fui acompañada y me trataron con cuidado desde el momento que nos fuimos de la clínica en Tempe.
Ella es parte del grupo de residentes de Arizona que van a México para recibir cirugía.
Y el cuidado fue realmente increíble. El hospital fue tan bueno como un hospital aquí en Estados Unidos.
Pero el precio que pagó esta residente de Gilbert por su cirugía de rodilla fue mucho más bajo. El consultorio médico de la familia Page en Tempe ha comenzado a llevar a sus pacientes al sur de la frontera con su programa de Med2Go International.
Sí, el programa de trasplantes de Med2Go International es algo nuevo que acaban de establecer para ayudar a resolver la crisis de los trasplantes en Arizona.
El costo de un trasplante en México es una fracción del costo en los Estados Unidos. La diferencia en costos es algo importante para los arizonenses, ya que muchos no están conformes con los recortes de servicios médicos y altos pagos de seguro médico.
Necesitamos asegurarnos que cualquiera de nuestros ciudadanos que están utilizando estos servicios con autorismo médico estén siendo realmente protegidos.
Med2Go dice que investigan de manera rigurosa los consultorios de ese país. Y fueron esos doctores los que le brindaron una mano a Hayla Gibb.
Med2Go también abrirá sus puertas en Costa Rica muy pronto. Soy Ellie Cano, Cronkite News en español.